Black Christmas, 2006, unrated version. Apparently also exists on YouTube with the same timestamp. So do with that information what you will. So my history with this movie is I watched this when I was like, I think, how old would I have been? 15? I would have been 15 when this came out. I watched it. I remember where I watched it. I was like, maybe I was 16. I don't remember. I was like at my grandmother's house. I might have been 16. 16 makes more sense. I watched it on the DVD or whatever, and I remember it was very boring, and that's all I remember about it. All I remember was Mary Elizabeth Winstead and just boring. So I think it's one of the first ratings I gave on IMDb. Right now it's sitting at a 1. So it can only go up. It can only go up. I don't remember anything about it. Just that I tried watching it when I was like 16 and I thought it was very boring and I couldn't deal with it and I thought it was dumb and bad. So we're going to see if that changes here. I was 16 and I don't remember anything, so we have no idea what this is going to be like. So, my copy starts with stupid whatever this company Nameless logo, and then at around 13 seconds the Lionsgate logo shows up. So, anyway, I guess that's it. This will be interesting to see what it is. It's only 90 minutes long. How bad could it possibly be, right? Here we go. Ready, spaghetti. 3, 2, 1. I've also got a Negroni. I made a drink. I was around a bunch of Italians for like 2 days. Now I'm like, Negroni. They were doing this with their hands, by the way. Even just in like normal conversation, like without even sounding, some of them didn't sound Italian, but she was still. LW's sister looks almost exactly like Mary Elizabeth Winstead also. So this would have come out after Final Destination 3, right? Okay, the house scene started. Wow, quick cuts immediately. Holy shit. No time for any. That was so insane. She looks kind of familiar. God damn it, where did I put my... oh, it's in my pocket. Oh. This is the same year as Final Destination 3? Yeah, that's so interesting. Mary Elizabeth Winstead kind of like... just showed up on the scene. The clear, obvious set, like the pen is going to be used as a weapon, right? Why would you show it's being set down like that? It's just so obvious already. This movie is the most impatient fucking thing I've ever seen. Jesus Christ. Did they watch the first one? Just let things linger for a little. This is so bad. Oh my god. I know where to go. It's so loud. It's terrible. I'm glad I had taste at 16 even, apparently. I couldn't even see anything. I couldn't even see what was on there. Everything's so quick. Stop cutting. Stop it. This is like the most... Thanks for the sub, Rusty Powers. Is this old boy is going to eat the dumb brumplings? Get me out of here. You can't... It's just cutting him away from everything. This editing is terrible. Adam Driver. This is reminding me of Silent Night, Deadly Night more than it's reminding me of Black Christmas. What? You give him a rocking chair? What's going on? Are they explaining everything? What the fuck is going? Is this real? Is any of this supposed to be happening literally? Is this a movie in a movie? Are they gonna like zoom out and like the characters are gonna go like, wow, that was a bad movie, and then the real movie is gonna start? Like, he's like Seth Green. I've never seen the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. It seemed like something I would never want to. It's like, Robert Englund's still alive, you know. You could have just... Why would you do that? It's crazy. It's funny how little there is to attach yourself onto in any way whatsoever. So somebody died. That's all we know. Somebody died. Somewhere. I guess in this house. There she is. She looks kind of like LW's sister, you know? They do look similar. She's familiar, too. Christmas. She was in, like American Pie or something, right? Eurotrip? Same thing. queer. Stop cutting. Just stop cutting. It's so immature. Hatchet. Oh, if it wasn't even explicit enough. That fucking slow, like, right in her head. That was terrible. This is like one of the first film was just so maturely filmed. Where does he get a rocking chair? Oh, he's gonna stab with a candy cane. That's so stupid. That's so obviously you can make a weapon with that. Why would it? Everyone sucks. What's with the music? What is this music? Stick my eye right there. That stock door opening sound effect. Oh my god. That'd be funny if he did that with a fucking candy cane, but I don't think that's the implication. He tries to break out every Christmas. Let me just leave the door open here by myself while I'm on the ground. He tries to break out of here every Christmas. Let me just do this though. He gave him a lot of time to do that. He looks pissed. He doesn't even he doesn't even feel like he's gonna die. He's just like, you got me. Sorry, somebody said Chris Stuckman liked this movie. I don't know, like, how recently. Is that like Michael Shannon? Damn, that looks so much more lame. I can imagine maybe somebody not hating this if they haven't seen the original, but this is like kind of like an offensive bastardization so far. Like, it's pretty disrespectful. This feels like a very disrespectful and immature movie so far. This is awful. This is like just so, I can't believe how shit this is. There's nothing to attach yourself onto at all. Yeah, I think this was in theaters, and I think it flopped. I'm pretty sure it was not received well at the time. Why are they playing 2 songs at once? Shut up. Like, just let the atmosphere exist. He's fucking with me. Does she have a relationship with anyone that would lead her to want to go up into the attic and do this? Like, who's fucking with me? Does she know? Like, everyone sucks. Wow. What the? That's so weird. Like, there were already holes cut for the eyes. Okay. This is kind of pervy. Does he have a jaundice? The sound mixing is terrible. What is this supposed? What am I supposed to feel? This music is stinky. This music is actually stinky. Are we supposed to find this funny? Like, what's going on? What was that shot? Oh, cool. Flashback. The real question is whether or not I even watched this whole movie, or if I like turned it off and gave it a 1 at 16. It is jaundice. You're gay. He looks like he belongs in like a fucking John C. Reilly movie. You know? Like Billy? Or wait, Billy's dad. Is that Billy or Billy's dad? Wait, who's which? Is like, oh, that kid has yellow. Yeah, okay. Billy's dad looks like he belongs in a John C. Reilly movie. So is like, did they not make up him and they just CG'd him to be yellow? Is it just like a weird color? Sorry, not CG. Like they filtered his skin. That's what it looks like. It looks like not makeup. Like either not makeup or bad makeup. Grr! Sin City was like only a year before this, right? Maybe the same year. I like Sin City still. Well, I haven't seen it since. I'm just waiting for 4K. Like, what the fuck? Did the sequel get a 4K and not the original? Everybody has really unsatisfying and lame deaths. Like, they're all so quick. They're all so quick and you don't care about them. And there's just shitty music being played, too. Like, you can see where they, like, where the line is, where they stopped doing the yellow shit. It is like a digital effect, right? This score is terrible. This is the worst music. Those are fake trumpets. Those are keyboard tubas and trombones. The strings are mostly keyboard too. This is just some fuck dicking around on a keyboard. This is not a real orchestra. This is not a real orchestra. This sounds embarrassing. This is just so. This is crazy. This is almost more entertaining just because of how fucking fascinating it is. Like I'm like more. I'm like more shocked by this. Kappa. Okay, so we're like 23 minutes through the movie. We've gotten no scary phone calls. We've gotten no POV shots. Oh, fine. Fine. We get the scary phone call finally. I thought they just weren't even gonna. The music playing over top is like ruining anything that you could possibly get. The first time we hear the phone in the original movie, there's like Christmas choirs in the background. It's very moody. It's very tone filled. This is just like fucking manipulative and shit. This is like parody levels. This is like Scary Movie fucking 4 or whatever. Like, what is this? This is like incredibly embarrassing. What is it? Was that an accent? Oh, it's the thing, dude. What? Oh. I know you like the Bible and stuff. Why do we need the lore explanation? And like, what? This is so unimportant and boring. I remember like being 16, and I think this was something I skipped through because I was like, I remember being not scared by any of the kills, and then just kind of like, well, what am I doing watching this? I don't think I finished this. I genuinely don't think I finished this movie when I was 16. Father. Yeah, why did any of oh she was like, my husband won't give me pussy, so I'm going to incest my son. My husbussy. Finally, a POV shot. 28 minutes to... Oh, it's done already. What is this music? What the fuck is this tone? Are we supposed to feel anything? The score is the worst character. Bad acting. that it's like parody shit. Oh god, why did the fucking reincorporate the bury the hatchet in your head line, really? This feels like a fucking porno. You know? Why is the casting just all like they're all just so hot? Like I don't think they did that with the 70s movie. Did they remove a few frames from that shot to make her? Oh my god. She's just been drinking by herself for no reason. She's like she's going to kill herself before the killer gets her. She's going to get alcohol poisoning before the killer even gets a chance. Nothing's even happened to her to justify this, right? She's just kind of drinking just because, like, that's her character? She's supposed to replace Mrs. Mack in that sense? Like, what's going on? Is it supposed to be funny? Who on earth would have the inside of their house lit like that? That would be so fucking irritating. Christmas lights on the inside of your house that are constantly doing that? Constantly changing? My birthday. It also makes it much more difficult for, like, continuity. Well, how would they know it's Christmas? So, like, here's the question. Is this supposed to be, like, a comedy. Like legit. Is it supposed to be funny? Everyone's lights are just constantly flashing. They did this in an Xavier Renegade Angel episode once. Sorry, no. It was in The Shivering Truth. No spoilers, Tanner. We're gonna watch that later. We're not even on that movie yet. Everybody stop talking about the movie we're not watching. Sorry. Who cares? These sound effects. Can you just do that? You might as well use a knife. How are you going to do that? That doesn't make any sense. They're not that sharp. Is this movie even trying anything? Like, what is this? Is it trying to be scary? I legit can't tell. The music's so bad. His daughter. Who's talking right now? And how does he know about the incest? Did Billy tell everybody? How does anybody know about the incest? Did Billy tell them all, or you just the boyfriend? Yeah. Mithrigan? What was that? What's with all these shots are so unmotivated? Why are they low? Like, why are they low? Why are those shots low? What? Scary. Yeah, spooky eyes. Raven. Rave one. Really? So he's behind the wall and he's poking out. You can't see through a thumbtack hole. You can't do that. That's not Oh. What are you talking about? What the fuck? It's a thumbtack. Oh, God. We're like halfway through, kind of. Just end the movie. This is like we give up. We give up. Just end it. Director, end the movie. It's making me so sleepy. Is it trying to be like Scream? Is that what it's doing? There's some shots where that girl does look like Anna Faris in Scary Movie. This guy's like if you mix Seth Green with Jake Gyllenhaal. I always hate fake vomited movies. Just get him to throw up for real, okay? Just do it. Make it real. Do you think Channel 5 is ever going to do a live show again? Probably not, right? Their channel seems to be doing fine. All right, just kill her. Kill somebody. Doesn't even matter. The kills aren't even satisfying. So it's like I can't even be wanting anyone to be killed because that's unsatisfying. It's not even like, oh, wait for the kills. It's like everything about this is just terribly unsatisfying. Everybody looks like a big fucking sack of shit. I hate this music. Why? Why is none of this is significant or matters in any way? Oh, she's finding this. Who cares? I'm gonna have to lose weight again. I did too much Christmas eating. It was all good food though. Oh my god. Worth it. I'll look a little fat for a bit and then go hard. Wow, this really is a black Christmas. You need to take a shower now. Because you're smelly, even though you're still just kind of like on the toilet. How much time has passed? How much time has passed? Let her fucking get it out of her system, then worry about her smell. She's in the bathroom. The vomit's smelly. How do you know? It's like, is the vomit on her? Do you even know? Why the fuck? What the hell is happening with these tiles? How do you write this? What? Yeah, exactly. Every Chekhov moment is just so fucking. What? There's a lot of light down there. There's a lot of light. There's like a Quentin Tarantino hiding spot. Can you just do that? Like they should be glued in. They should be glued. This God, we're getting that fucking pervy butt shot and everything, and she's naked in the shower. This is disgusting. For a movie that like I was so. The first movie was like one of the least sexualized, like exploitative kind of horror films ever. What? What's going on? That shot of him like crawling upside down was insane. And then like almost like Matrix fucking music. Fucking finish it. Nothing's stopping you. That doesn't ruin this. You idiot. What do you do? You have a flashlight? What? What does she care? What does she care? What about anything that just happened makes you curious about what's in there now? A movie like the original Black Christmas makes me have less respect for like the original Friday the 13th, you know? And like Texas Chainsaw Massacre makes me have less respect for the original Friday the 13th. It's like, why did Friday the 13th take off? Friday the 13th is just like such a more immature version of what had existed already. What? I keep having to adjust the volume because it's just terribly mixed. Okay. You know what I could use right now? We should go back to a flashback and get more yellow jaundice family lore. Some incest lore. We should get more of that. They still can't play the fucking the chime music without adding extra creepy music on top of it. It ruins the atmosphere. You could have if they didn't have this weird droning soundtrack shit, just have that. Have the chime music. Have the music box shit. That could be atmospheric. Everything's so quick. It's so impatient. What's going on? How many characters did we start with? Look, I don't know if we can just blame Harvey Weinstein for this. I don't know. There's nothing about this that screams like, "Oh, there was a good movie in here somewhere," and then someone else ruined it. It doesn't seem like there was a good movie in here anywhere. It doesn't seem like there was a good movie to be found anywhere. I don't know if we can. Yeah. Mixing is so bad. All right, now what? Now what? Go to the cops? This is funny. All the music's so shit. All right, now go to the cops and then it'll be gone and then they'll be like, "You're crazy." Oh wait, cops don't exist in this universe maybe? I don't know what's going on actually. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, here we go, finally. Damn it. All of our cell phones are dead. Yep. No service. The storm. Oh. Did you get through them? You sound pretty calm for having seen someone decapitated. He's home. What do you mean dead? Was he not at the asylum even if he didn't break out? Like, that's not dead. Kappa. This is crazy. Listening to all of them talk to each other is like that scene in Saw 6 where it's like where Jigsaw's wife talks to the other blonde. Like this is very not good acting. A lot of conventionally pretty faces and not a lot of acting talent. This movie does pass the Bechdel test. Yeah, nobody grab a weapon of any kind. Nobody do anything that would help defend yourself against anybody. I'm just... What's the point of any of this? It's not fun. Should this be a read the wiki while we watch the film type of movie, or like what's going on here? It's funny that they filmed in Canada but still have fake snow because they filmed in Vancouver. I think their breath was so cold that you couldn't see it. Sorry, she doesn't know what that is? No. She's doing a terrible... You're a privileged fucking bitch, Southern princess. Like, you're not even doing it right. Use the other end. Scrape her. Jesus Christ. What were you doing? She sucks at it. Is that really how Mary Elizabeth Winstead dies? She didn't even get killed by the killer. she just died a very tragic... I mean, for all we know, Mary Elizabeth Winstead's head just kind of did that on its own, right? The killer wasn't even there, for all we know. An icicle might have hit her in the car. That was the longest shot in the movie. It was like just the shot of the fucking skis. Just in the middle of the fucking action scene. Everyone's skulls are so fragile. You can just kind of explode them like that. What the fuck? Is that the icicle still intact in her head? What the fuck is going on? It's blocked. Everyone's skulls are made out of, like, paper mache. This is funny, though. I mean, it was really boring in the middle, but now that things are happening, now that, like, all of their brains are just, like, kind of exploding, just spontaneous combustion. Like, this is such a pervy movie. I hate this. It is Harvey. Maybe these are the reshoots he made them do. Maybe it was all the perv shots. I mean, Final Destination 3 was the better choice for her. She actually got to act in that movie. She actually got to do some acting. Sorry, does she even know there's a killer? Does she even know that there's anyone killing anyone? Grandma, stop it. All right, we're down to like 2 characters, I guess, and then a boyfriend. This is, it's in what a stupid pacing. It's crazy how you could just like release this. It seems like a waste of everyone's time and money. Well, you're doing reshoots anyway, right? You might as well just reshoot the whole movie with a different director and a different script. Oh. This is funny. I did this. What? Sorry? Hmm? Sorry, can you see someone's cell phone through the layer of like paint and like drywall in the roof? Where is what's happening visually here? What's happening visually here? This movie made money? I don't believe you. Sorry? Is it picking up the phone? Is he just leaving it on the floor in the attic and like well, I mean, if the director made this movie, I'm not upset with them not making other movies. Right? And you're also kind of asking for it when you say something like, if this movie bombs, it'll be the end of my directing career. You're kind of priming people to never give you a movie again. This is very bad. What the fuck is this problem? Honestly, why would you make this? What was the I don't think I ever saw Willard. I only saw that there was like a DVD cover. Like, oh, a guy likes rats. Like a 2 seems generous, right? So, not suggesting that. Yeah, like where would the 2 even come from? It's a very hard 1 out of 10 right now. And apparently the next remake's even worse. Which just, I guess they can both be 1s. How do you do that from that angle and then lift them up? Why are they? How did they all get in position to all scream like that? In that, that was a very much like a amusement shot right there. That was really weird. One of the producers of Amusement likes my video a lot and talks about how shitty the production was. I keep forgetting I should probably just have him on to interview him or something. Yeah, one of the producers is like, yeah, this movie was terrible. Oh, I thought those were testicles. This is a lot of fragile. This is like one of the worst built houses ever. You can just like, this is funny as fuck. Holy shit. Who made this house? She can just fall through like that. This is a trash movie. It is the genre of the film is trash. Oh, not the nerd girl. No, not her also. You can leave. One of you can leave. By the way. This is funny. Her screaming no every time is just so extra. Okay, now you go. What? Yeah, exactly. Just, no. just pushes him away. She was so far the most competent against him. It seems like she's gonna survive, right? They wouldn't let that happen once. She has to survive. Oh, now he's bad. Now he's bad at stabbing people. Now he's just bad at it. These okay. A lot of eye death. Marshmallow. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna eat it. Why not? Sorry, is it Agnes that's killing people? Oh, is that a girl? Okay, I don't even know who is Billy anywhere? Is Billy Does Billy exist? Is Billy showing up at the end? I like that shot. That was the first shot that wasn't the worst thing ever. Her like falling through was competent. Oh, what the hell? I'm sleepy. It's so silly. It's literally it feels like we're watching Scary Movie 5. It really does. I haven't even seen Scary Movie 5. This house is so fragile. Like, remember? The house is as fragile as their skulls. Paint thinner. That shot, it was like the crotch level too. That was such a weird shot. Jesus. this is notorious murder. You sound Canadian. She sounds very Canadian. Where the fuck's she from? Whistler? I'm all alone. Nothing bad will happen to me. Uh-huh. It's Christmas. He's gotta bringing candy into like a fucking autopsy room. Like, okay, there's no hazards here. You should be wearing a mask, buddy. You have an open drink. You have an open drink in a beaker. What are you doing? This is disgusting. You're breaking so many rules here. Fucking getting my noggin. He's gonna get hit in the noggin. That's what's gonna happen. Ow. How's this still not over? Yeah, you know, it's still 15 minutes left somehow. Barbara Streisand. Oh, I don't know other person. I've identified this body. You can leave. You can also leave. You could have left, actually, you know? You didn't have to just let him do that. Ah! just splatter blood on his eggnog, and that's it. The way he just, like, confidently and quickly jumps up. So is comedy listed as a genre here? Like, it doesn't look like it. It's not on IMDb. Yeah. They keep using stock sound effects. Yeah, he is venting. He likes venting a lot. I'm just... Oh, they're both alive? Is this one a dream? Oh. What? It's crazy how super lame every death is. It's crazy that they don't end the movie. Shocking. There's like literally nothing about the original that's in this. Like nothing about it is in this other than the title. Ugh. There's probably like 10 seconds of extra gore in this one or something. Like the eyeball thing at the beginning, maybe. And also unrated can very much just be like a marketing tactic to sell the DVD, right? It's just like, oh, we're going to add 10 seconds. It's technically unrated. That was a digital effect. That's digital. Fursuit. Well, we got a fursuit. It's better than the original now. Oh, you're not allowed out. Do you have a button you can press? How do they just silently... How do they get out like that? What was happening to their feet? Did they float down? Did they, like, literally float? Do it to his head, yeah. I don't think you can just do that. Oh, my toes. Oh, now we have another one floating down. Just do the same thing again. Charge it. What is going on? Do the same thing again. How did they both survive? How do they both survive in the body bags? Literally both of them. The music is just the worst. Ugh. Also, those are not good weapons. Crutches, they're weak as shit. They're not made to be used that way. What? What? Why did you need 2 shots? You broke the 180 rule just to show... I don't understand why you did that. Everyone's so fragile. Everything's fragile except the Christmas tree. Merry Christmas, motherfucker. That's the sturdiest thing that's in the movie. That is the most structurally intact thing in the entire movie. Well over people's skulls. That was shit. That was insanely shit. That was like undeniably shit. Is it over? God. Wow. Goodbye, Shirley? Why does it say goodbye, Shirley? Mark Cuban. The Mark Cuban? This font choice doesn't fit, also. This font choice is bad. I'm just wondering, so it's, okay. This franchise seems like cursed then, right? Like who dares try to make a Black Christmas movie after like this dud? Is I guess what we're going to find out very soon. We're watching the 2019 one for everybody for everybody who wants to join for that one. Get your copies ready. It's because the composer of this movie named Shirley died before this was released. Then you fucking say, you don't say goodbye Shirley. You say for Shirley. Is that like, how do they manage to make that disrespectful, you know? Goodbye Shirley. Is it still as bad as I remember? Well, I didn't remember any of it, so couldn't tell you anything. Couldn't tell you anything about it. I'm not sure I remember anything from just what I just watched right now. Yeah, the Goodbye Shirley was like while other credits were happening. It was like they added it in after. Honestly, it looked like it. It looked like the entire thing was exported and then they just like stuck that on top. Sorry, what? How did it even? We just watched this. How did it end? Did both the killers get killed? So she like defibrillated one of them. Who died at the end? Like, what was the last thing that? What was the final thing that happened in the movie in terms of somebody dying? Like they both died. What did she do to kill the other one? She defibrillated one of them, and then oh yeah, he landed on a tree. That literally just happened. I'm just like. Um.
From school or from work, buddy. I hope happy holidays, everybody. I hope you're having a good, safe, and healthy holiday, whether you're off from school or from work, you're staying home. Morgan. Sometimes when I see that a film has really bad reviews from critics or the audience, I get it. I understand. The movie didn't work, it wasn't very good, maybe it was truly awful. When it comes to the 2006 remake of Black Christmas, I don't understand the reaction. This film feels light years ahead of many horror remakes in regards to style, camera work, cinematography and lighting, action, kills, tension building. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the 2006 Black Christmas is a great film. I just think that it's unfairly maligned. I think it's far better than the reception it's gotten, and I do think it's worthy of reevaluation. And just as a warning, if you haven't seen the 2006 Black Christmas, I'm going to get into spoilers. I do really recommend that you see it. I think it's much better than people say. We're going to talk about why. I'm well aware of the film's production issues. Glenn Morgan, who directed the film, previously having directed Willard with Crispin Glover, also a horror remake, has spoken out a lot about the issues that the film suffered, namely at the hands of the Weinsteins, who once again are being brought up in one of these reviews. Whenever I talk about a horror film from the 90s or the early 2000s, it seems like they had a hand in it, and they often butchered it. Nearly every filmmaker that ever worked with them, save for a few giant names who had a lot of clout, have talked about how the Weinsteins ruined their vision and forced them to do all kinds of things. In the case of Black Christmas, Glenn Morgan has spoken about how he didn't want the film to be as gory as it is, how many endings were shot. There were entire their ideas that were never his. He had to go behind the studio's back and film scenes without their permission, ended up in the cut. It was a nightmare of a shoot, and it didn't go over well for him in regards to critics, audience, or box office. Nobody seemed to really respond to this movie. He even was quoted as saying that he would never direct again if this movie failed, and it did, and except for some episodes of The X-Files, he hasn't. His work with James Wong, his frequent collaborator on The X-Files, I think is genius. I think between Willard and Black Christmas 2006, Glenn Morgan proved himself to be an extremely talented director. His camera work in both of those films has shown that he learned so much from potentially shadowing many directors on The X-Files, and that he has a really unique vision of his own. And if you watch both Willard and Black Christmas '06 back to back, and just look at
The camera work was not good.
the way Morgan builds tension throughout his scenes, I really do think that if he had been allowed to continue to direct horror, he could have been a James Wan or a Mike Flanagan. He really knows exactly where to position the camera for maximum tension. He has a lot of shots in this movie that feel very De Palma-esque with split diopter, very intense close-ups, and some truly amazing dolly work, like this shot through a Christmas tree towards our main villain. But he also cared about the original Black Christmas film, which is fairly iconic in regards to slashers. It was very early for that kind of film, and he talked with Bob Clark a lot.
It's a guest here that I want to welcome. It's the reason we're all here. This is Bob Clark. He directed the original Black Christmas.
Who directed the original Black Christmas and also A Christmas Story, which is why I'm wearing this shirt. It's kind of a deep cut, but I thought it'd be fun. When we first meet Billy, he's locked up for some crime we don't know about yet, and the edit here is brilliant. We only see him for a few frames as these Christmas lights inside his cell light up. The way Morgan denies us a really good look at
Sorry, I can't disagree with this more. This is crazy.
this guy for a long time is really smart. It treats him like he's an actual monster. He's not showing him that much, and you get curious about what he looks like, and you build up in your imagination this horrifying person, even though he just looks like a human being. When you eventually do see his face, there's such a build up to that reveal that it does feel like it's the shark in Jaws or some monster out of a creature feature. As already mentioned, this film also has excellent use of lighting, like the scene in a hallway, rotating between these different colors. That's not just coming off of those little bulbs on the wall. That's a whole other setup that's creating that on the actors' faces. That takes a lot of time, especially when you're doing it from both ends of the hallway. Or the shadow of Billy's dead body shifting places on the ceiling. The whole movie looks incredible. The Christmas decorations on the outside of the house and on the inside, the color scheme of reds and golds and green.
I can see what about those things that he's saying one could appreciate. This review isn't completely crazy. I just disagree with a lot of it.
There's also some highly effective and very disturbing flashback sequences that show Billy when he was young and the very messed up relationship he had with his mother. This shot of him crawling on his knees, for some reason, really gets under my skin. I love how wide it is. I love how we rest on this shot for a long time, and I love the awkward way this kid is crawling. Everything about this kid's home life is weird. And speaking of home, Billy's mother is portrayed by Karen Knovel, who was also in what is perhaps the best and most graphic X-Files episode called Home, as the mother kept underneath the bed. He didn't love the idea of, I love him just sitting there eating those cookies, drinking milk. When a purist of that film and you don't like any changes, then you really will not like the 2019 version. But this version does change things, but I think it changes them in a way that enhances the story for this film, especially that it takes place entirely on one night and almost exclusively in this sorority house, and so it feels very claustrophobic, and there's tons of tension because of that. Even the flashbacks take place in this same house, even though it's many years prior, but it all feels like you're still there and you're in this moment. It feels very cozy for that reason. There are also terrific stunts in this film and very good action directing. There's a stunt where someone is falling through the wall, and it looks 100% real, and it doesn't break.
I mean, yeah, I like that part too. It was a good stunt.
Morgan is also very good at cutting to very intense close-ups of action and movement. He treats all of those moments as if they're special and worthy of their own shot. I also liked how the film doesn't really let you know who the protagonist is. It felt very much like Alien in that regard, whereas you're watching Alien, it's everybody. You don't really know who you're supposed to follow until Sigourney Weaver rises to the surface as Ripley. And in this film, they give each girl ample screen time and ample characterization to the point where you're not really sure who our lead is. Now that might be a little disconcerting for an
Ample characterization is not what I would say ever to describe this film.
audience because you don't quite know if you're rooting for someone above the others, but that's part of the fun, I think. And once Katie Cassidy's character becomes the protagonist near the end of the film, you can start to look back on the movie and her choices and the things that she wanted to do and understand that the film was kind of secretly getting you on her side, which leads to a really good set piece where she's trapped in the walls and Agnes is below her and Billy is above her. I've never seen a scene like that where people are converging inside of a wall. Where the tension deflates a bit is in this cut to a hospital. We've been in this house for the whole movie, and the hospital does feel very tacked on. And this is where you can start to feel that Dimension Films Weinstein presence saying, like, do this and do that, and I don't care about your vision, just do this. I don't like speculating, and I don't like paraphrasing, and I don't like putting words into filmmakers' mouths, and I certainly will do my best not to do that. But I can assume that since there are multiple alternate endings on the DVD, that there were a lot of changes and a lot of attempts to appease test screenings over and over again. It was probably a nightmare of an experience for Glenn Morgan. The reason I think the film works as well as it does is because of him. I think he has an incredible eye behind the camera, and I wish that he directed a ton more horror films since. I think it's really sad that he hasn't directed a film since 2006, and I would love to see him do more. Another big mistake was that the film was released on Christmas Day. Now, it's not to say that people don't want to go see horror on Christmas. This should have been released like the first week of December, not on Christmas Day, because then everyone goes on Christmas Day for the Christmas movie, and then do you really want to go see a Christmas movie on December 30th? No, because you just went through 2 months of hearing Christmas songs in every store. You're tired of Christmas at that point, and so this should have come out like around the time Violent Night did this year, early December. Then you have a whole month to cash in on the Christmas craze. I don't know why that choice was made, but that's not the film's fault. That's the marketing. That's the studio. But I honestly think that if this exact film came out today as it is, it would be treated differently, because I think that it represents a
No, hard disagree on that one.
time in horror where you could make an almost $10 million movie in essentially one house, and you didn't have to have a script by Kevin Williamson, you didn't have to be Wes Craven, and that was greenlit, and it feels big. It feels like a theatrical experience, even though you're just in the one location for most of the movie. And I also think the film is directed so much better than a lot of the digital made-for-TV looking horror that we get nowadays from studios who kind of make things really quickly. And this doesn't feel like that. It feels like it has a vision. It feels like it has a driving force behind the camera. And I would love to see more from Glenn Morgan if he ever decides to make more films. And if you watch this video, man, I know you hate this movie apparently, but I love it, and thank you for making it, and I want to see you make more movies. So guys, if you've never seen the Black Christmas remake, the 2006 one, because of its reputation, maybe give it a watch. You might not like it. It's not a perfect movie. It does have issues, and you can tell that someone behind the scenes was kind of ruining things a lot, and it's not the filmmaker. Watch it this Christmas. It's a good, gory time. It's only like 92 minutes. It flies by. I think it's really well done, and I do think it's worthy of reevaluation. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Once again, happy holidays. I hope you guys had a great one.
We love Chris Stuckman, but that's a hard disagree on most of the things he said. I was able to understand, I agree that that stunt was really good. I said that during the watch along. Ample characterization. I would never use those words to describe this film ever. But that's the beauty of art, is that different people can experience different things about it. Yeah, that was a horrendous movie. It was horrendous. It was really bad. Like, it's tough when I can't even tell if they're trying to be scary. And I'm like, I'm not even kidding. I'm like genuinely like, is comedy a genre? Are they listing comedy as a genre here? Like, what's? All right. Well, I guess I'll set up for the 2019 one. Yeah, it's still a 1 out of 10. I mean, 2 is way too generous. I don't understand. It's so boring, and there's nothing likable about any of the characters. It's trashy. It's pervy. It's like really disrespectful to the original. It's not just like a purist thing. It's not just like, oh, things are different. It's like, wow, you like, why even call it that? I don't understand. I don't know how you say. I don't know how you salvage that. I don't think we can just blame Harvey Weinstein for that. There's that movie is just absolutely rotten to the core. There's nothing. Remove Harvey Weinstein from the picture, you still get a big piece of shit. And yeah, couldn't disagree more with most of that review. But we love Stuckman, so. All right, BRB.